Good morning children, hope you all are safe and good. So today we will start new chapter number 1, and the name of the chapter is matter. So what is matter? As you know, and you can see on the screen that anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. So in our daily life we see so many things. Everything is around us is made up of matter, all the material made up of matter. And further, matter is made up of atoms and molecules that we have explained you earlier in class 5, 6, 7. You all know what is matter, what are the three states of matter, as I am showing you here also: solid, liquid and gas. Okay, so that you can recall it. As you know children, that in solid, liquid and gas, based on their physical state, their states are of three types. Okay, matter states are of three types: solid, liquid and gas. And their molecular arrangement is different from each other. Like you can see in the solid, their molecules are arranged so tightly, packed one. Okay, their molecules are closely packed, whereas in liquids they are loosely packed, but in the gases they are very loosely packed. Okay, so in class it is we have explained you in class 5 also. It is a class 5 chapter. So now what is the kinetic molecular theory of matter? What is the kinetic theory of matter? Now what is kinetic? So kinetic is a Greek word which means to move. Okay, so as you know, molecules have the show the movement. Okay, they show random movement. You have learned in physics also. Now the kinetic theory is a way to describe the motion of the particle. Particles are never loose, never packed loosely, or never remain stayed at one place. They are always in a motion, random motion. So it states that particles in all the forms, whether it is solid, liquid or gas, they are always in a constant motion, either vibrating, either sliding or flying around. Okay, so always remember that kinetic energy, according to the kinetic theory, molecules are always in a constant motion. Now here I am showing you few points or postulates of a kinetic theory. So main points of kinetic theory is the first one, that matter is made up of atoms or molecules, which is small particles and which we cannot see our naked eye. Okay, so first point is matter consists of a large number of small particles, that is atom or molecules. Atoms are indivisible, you know. Now second one, the particles are always in continuous or random motion. They can move here, there, they can diffuse everywhere. Okay, and how they can diffuse? Because they have the kinetic energy. So kinetic energy allow molecules to move. Next one is, if we will provide heat energy to the matter, its particle move faster. Okay, so it is a factor affecting that. If we provide the heat to the any molecule, for example, if ice is there, which is a solid state of matter, if you will provide the heat, okay, after few minutes, what will happen? It will change its states, and with the change in its states, its molecule will become loosely packed, and at point will come when it comes in a vapor pressure or high pressure, then its molecular the movement of molecule will increase. Okay, so or in other way we can say its kinetic energy will increase. So when we will provide the heat to any matter, its kinetic energy will increase. Now if the distance between the particles of matter increases, the force of attraction will be decreased. So as you know, you can see this picture, solids, you can see the solids have the high force of attraction between the particles. That's why they can easily attach, they can closely packed. Okay, due to the high force of attraction, whereas liquids have less force of attraction, and gases have very less force of attraction. Okay, so solids have, always remember, solids have high force of attraction, that's why they are closely packed, and gases have very less force of attraction, that's why they are very far, they can easily move far diffuse far. Now, so these are the points. Now here I am showing you the differences between, okay, and differences, and it will cover the properties also. So first property of, you can say differences, you can say property. First properties of, as we all know, that solids have a fixed shape and fixed volume. Okay, solids have a fixed shapes, but liquid do not have a fixed shape. Okay, it take the shape of the container that in which we will pour liquid. Okay, but they have the fixed volume, but gases do not have the fixed shape and fixed volume. All right, second point is solids, the particle of solids are very closely packed, as I explained you earlier. But in case of liquids, the particles are loosely packed or less closely packed, whereas in gases they are very loosely packed, so they can easily diffused here and there. Now in solids, intermolecular force of attraction is very strong. I told now only I have explained you that intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules is very strong in solids. That's why they have the fixed shape. Okay, they can remain at one place. Now in liquids, intermolecular force of attraction is less strong than solids, but in gases, intermolecular force of attraction is very weak. Okay, weaker than solids and liquids. That's why their gases molecules can move randomly here and there. Now fourth point they are saying, or fourth property is, intermolecular distance between the solid is very least. Okay, they do not have the distance between the solid, or you can say they do not have the gap between the solids particles. Okay, but in the liquids, intermolecular distance between the liquids is more than solid. As you can see here in this picture, we can see there is no gap, there is few gap, wide gap you can see, and in gases lots so much gap we can see. Okay, molecules are far from each other, so this is the distance between the molecules. You can see solid case, no, few we can see, and more we can see. Now what is the fifth point? Fifth point is solids are not compressible. We cannot compress. Okay, we cannot compress the duster, we cannot compress any wooden chair or bench or anything, table. Okay, but liquids have liquids have the low compressibility, but we can compress the liquids. Now gases are highly compressible, as we can say we are using LPG, CNGs and all. In this, gases are filled, liquids are filled, which is in the compressed form. Okay, now solids have a highly rigid means they are hard structure, liquids are less rigid, and gases are not rigid at all. Now kinetic theory of solid particle is very less. That's why molecules are they are closely packed. Okay, but in case of liquids, their kinetic energy is more than solids, but in gases kinetic energy is very high. Okay, it is written it is the most, so it is a very high. That's why molecules can move far away. Now on the basis of these are on the basis of physical state, solid, liquid and gas. I have explained you here now. So these are on the basis of physical state. Matter is of three types: solid, liquid and gases. Now on the basis of appearance, how we can see. Okay, appearance means on the basis of appearance, how it is looking like. It is of two type: homogeneous material and heterogeneous. Homo means, always remember, homo means same, and hetero means different. Okay, so the material which have the identical distribution of particles or identical properties, identical means same, similar properties, are called homogeneous material. All right, so for example, if we will just soak if we will mix detergent in water or sugar in water or salt in water, it will dissolve, and what we will get? Uniform, you can say uniform solution. Okay, so this is the example of homogeneous material. Okay, alloy, what is alloy? Alloy is a mixture of matter. All right, so in this alloy also we will get the homogeneous, we will not separate, we will see the same mixture of matter is there, but it will look like a same material. Okay, so in detergent and water when we will do, we cannot find out then where is the water content, where is the detergent content, we will unable to see, it will look like uniform. Okay, so identical only. So this is the example of homogeneous material. Hetero means different, so we can see that where is that different. For example, if we will mix oil into water, we can see two separate layers. So top layer we can see, okay, oil amount is there and the water is there, so we can see both the layers, water layer separately and oil layer, and we can separate also. In sand or iron also we can separately. Fruit salad also, if we will make, if your mother is making, you can identify, okay, banana is here, apple is here, you pomegranate are here, so you can identify. Okay, so the material which do not have identical distribution and have different properties in different parts are called heterogeneous. So oil is having different properties, water is having different properties, and we can see separately, so it is a heterogeneous. Sand is having different, iron also look like different, sand is also look like different, so we can see. Fruit salads also, every fruit is having different taste, different appearance, different look like, so we can easily find out. So this is the difference based on the basis of appearance. Appearance means वो दिखता कैसा है. All right, so it is of two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Okay, so matter based on state, physical state, solid, liquid or gas, and second one is based on appearance, how it look like. It is of two types, homogeneous materials, same identical properties, having same distribution of particles, we cannot separate them, and heterogeneous, we can see different, okay, and we can separate it also. Now third one is the basis of composition. Composition means how it is made up of. Okay, like I have explained you that substances have a fixed composition are called pure. Okay, so pure substances are of two types, elements and compounds. So what are elements? Material which are made up of only one type of element are called atoms are called elements. You know, in class 7 also I have explained you what is element, what is compound. Okay, so elements are made up of only one atom, whereas compounds are made up of more than two or more than two atoms. It can be, compounds can be in fixed ratio. For example, in case of carbon dioxide, in case of water, they are combined in a fixed ratio. Okay, impure substance means mixture, like air is also mixture of gases, so air is also impure one. So material which are made up of two or more substances in different ratio is not fixed in under impure substance, so they are called mixture. Okay, so based on the composition there are two types, pure substances and impure substances. Example of pure substances are elements and compounds. Any elements you can take. Compounds are also a pure substance because we know that elements are present under fixed ratio. Okay, but impure substance we don't know they are the mixtures, we don't know the fixed substances. Okay, so thank you children, and please in a homework read the chapter, and thanks for being so awesome. Take care of yourself. God bless you all.